They show error. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. This is your boy channel, Red London, where we will bring you the latest Arsenal transfer news and matches watch along as well. So, welcome to today's show. With me on the show, I have my friend, my brother, and my colleague, Mr. Omofils. Mr. Omofils, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah. Good afternoon. We promised to have this show as early as 10 a.m., but we just decided that we need the perfect time. And when we looked at all the whole this thing, I would think that 2:30 will be the normal time for the show. Let's ride on, Paul.
Okay, so today we are having some news that we're going to be discussing today. So, we check the thumbnail. We have Gyokeres. We're going to be talking about Gyokeres, Mosquera, and Gyokeres and Mosquera. Yeah. So the saga between Sporting Lisbon, Vice President, and the person of Federico Verandas and Gyokeres. So there is a bit, will I call it a bit? There's a big issue now in Portugal now between Gyokeres and their chief concerning his move to Arsenal. So far, we have Gyokeres want to talk with Sporting CP chief amid Arsenal interest. So the report I got today it was that the chief was in a conference meeting or was in a conference. He said Gyokeres is not going for 60 million euros plus 10 million add-ons. But where I'm concerned is if they even talk am now for public domain now, say yes, so 60 million plus 10 million add-ons, Gyokeres is not going to go for that amount. But how much you want to say this guy? If they ask him, he go say the player no. Now the player won't put the money by himself, as in the cost of himself, to the public domain. So this whole wahala is just they make, and I understand what the player they do. That's why saying want Arsenal move. It not still shuts man you off. Because seeing all these things, now what if it make player easily, as in club, easily change mind on a particular player. So what do you think for this whole matter? Because the way they drag this matter now, no be easy thing. Over
Okay.
to you, Mr.
To be frank, this Gyokeres issue with Arsenal is becoming something else. I think it's one of the biggest transfer news in this summer transfer 2025-2026 season. And it will not go away until that deal is done. And that deal has to be done because there's a sour taste between Federico and Gyokeres and the Gyokeres team as well. Because there was a gentleman agreement. Whether Federico wants it or not, he knew about that agreement. Now, he wants to discard that agreement and cash in on what he feels that it is the right of the club to get more money. 60 million pounds from pounds or 60 million euros for plus add-on was what was agreed as a gentleman agreement. And because the player said, okay, let's have this on ground. I will not leave the club at this time. When other people were leaving their club to elsewhere during January, he preferred to stay and to respect the club and to help the club win their third championship in a row.
Yeah.
It's a pity that the club chairman will say he isn't aware of that. He's lying. He's lying, and he has to respect the player at all costs. For me, I think this thing as it don't be so, the carers need to take it slowly. Him and his camp has been on the airways, pushing back and forth with this. I think they need to sit down with the sporting CP and ask sporting CP how much does he want and how much do they want. Because see, what is really going on is that Sporting, why Gyokeres is so agitated is that they feel that Sporting CP want to price him out of the market. You know how he be now.
Yeah.
Increase the wages. A player cannot know how what he wants. It is the selling club that will set the fee. Just okay, look at this Brian Mbeumo now.
Yeah.
Man United has gone with 2 bids and it has been rejected. In the sense that Brentford wants the same kind of deal as that of Thomas Acuna. That's what they want. And United will go up with a 3rd bid. So they should allow, they should state what their asking price is. State what you're asking. Don't come, what we know. Not to say that the player now know how much he wants. That the player they pay himself salary.
It not shock you.
This kind of Oboju market we Federico and Sporting CP want that. Now the player they play himself salary. We could tell ourselves the truth. For those that are watching us, please kindly hit the notification bell, hit the like button, please. As now about 20 people there for this platform now, or thereabout. Then all of them hit the like button. As soon as I hit that, will help us grow. Then hit the subscribe button if you are hitting us for the first time. Carry on, Paul.
So, based on this same matter, like you said, I don't know see where player they put price for himself. Because if you're saying this player will not go for 60 plus 17, 60 plus 10 million euros add-ons, which they agreed with him last year.
Yeah.
Okay, how much do you want to sell this guy? He said they are not selling for the 100 million euros that was initially the agreement to sell this player.
Yeah.
But he's not also going for 60 million plus 10 million add-ons. So what range are you looking at? If you if you look at the news from TalkSport, because I read the story as well from TalkSport, they said if a club can pay, that's the president now. The way TalkSport presents the whole message.
Yeah.
He said if a club can pay 65 million euros for a player that is 6 months younger than Gyokeres, he's referring to Matthias Zubimendi.
Yeah.
65 million euros. Than a player that is 6 months younger than Gyokeres, and 75 million euros for Matheus Cunha. So the club is saying now, this player, they are almost 26, the same age range with Gyokeres. So if club can pay this amount for them, why can't they pay higher for Gyokeres? That's a goal machine. So now the president they stand now with that. Say if they can pay 65 million euros, which Arsenal paid for Matheus Zubimendi, and Man you can pay 75 million euros for Matheus Cunha.
Yeah.
Why can't they earn more for a player that gives almost 50 plus goals last season? So I see where they come from. But the bone of contention is this. You had this gentleman agreement with this player. I think this agreement no day. Gyokeres is a player where they say, if you put 100 million euros for your head, based on the numbers when you give, nobody go follow you again.
Nobody at all.
Nobody go follow you again. But you have this agreement with this player. So another source, another information why they get now, they say this agreement now between Arsenal and Gyokeres and his agent. Say now they get this agreement. So okay, now if you come for if you pay 60 million euros for my head, they go allow me go. So this was another message, a news I got from another version of the message. So me not really understand how they want, and you like say the same thing way they happen with Gyokeres. That's they happen with Benjamin Sesko. So I don't know how Arsenal want to come out from this, because the thing is, I don't like to you. Me don't tire for the news. I don't tire because every day.
News. So we need to teach them out there for our viewers. I know so our viewers don't tire as well. But this is it.
If you look what in this man they hold on to now, Mr. Omo. Say if a club can pay 65 million euros for a player that is 6 months younger than Gyokeres, and another 75 million euros come out to
opinion.
rescue her. So
Yeah.
why can't they pay higher for
But
Gyokeres?
the bottom line is that Federico has not set the price. He should set the price. He should not tell the player that the player knows how much he wants. He and the club should set the price for this player. Abba, I get simple now. I want to sell this guy for 50 million euros. That is the price the club, Sporting CP, wants for the player. God punish him. Say, man, you no qualify for Champions League. You say, man, you go for that player for 60 plus 70. You go sell that player sharp. I am telling you.
Why you feel say go sell them for money sharp?
Because United have I don't think Arsenal have that relationship with Sporting. No, United have this history with Sporting. You know, remember Ronaldo?
Yeah.
You remember
Nani.
You remember Anderson, if I'm not mistaken. You remember Bruno Fernandes. And look at the manager. We have a long history with them. And it matters most when you have a long history with the club. But for Arsenal, and that is where I think Andre Beta needs to stamp his feet on. I no one call him say he did inexperienced Andre Beta because he has been tested and trusted. But this is a big game because when you are a sporting director in the Premiership club as big as Arsenal, you need to stand your authority. You need to put your feet for ground. So I be the thing. So for me, I think that Beta and Arsenal need to sit down and look at the big picture and say, okay, we want this player, but you want us to be dragging this thing until the end of the transfer. This thing. Arsenal don't get that kind of stamina like Man U to drag transfer. I don't think so. They get that stamina because if you look at the Declan issue, you look at the Declan, they don't drag up. They just tell the player, say, this one are what we want. This one are what that. Okay, you won't play for us. I ain't be the team. So, do they have the stamina to drag this issue?
It's not about even stamina now, like you said earlier. How much you want to sell this guy?
Yes, because
if the amounts come out now, the club will now decide. Okay, we won't go for this one. No, we no won't go. But the price now, they don't. The thing just they tiring because the coach now. The most annoying thing be say the player now have 3 years with them.
Yeah,
you still get contract with them for like 3 years.
So he should tell Arsenal how much does that 3 years contract worth? How much does his 3 years contract worth? But see, look at this something. The guy, like I said, is a bidding war. Is what he wants to bring in. I don't think say he feels say if he puts 100 million euros, that Arsenal will just go up there and cough it out. I don't think so. See, I think me and you will understand the transfer market psychology behind the transfer market on how selling clubs play in the hands of buying clubs, or how buying clubs play in the hands of selling clubs. Sorry. These guys understand basically principle-wise that a club like Arsenal, who don't fight for the league for 3 seasons, no say they want striker. And if you want to get my striker from my club, please pay so amount XYZ. But you don't want to put that amount because if you put that amount now, other clubs will come in and it will cost between one. And that's why he's saying they should ask the player. How comes? What the hell? How can you be asking the player how much does it for where? Paul, you don't ever hear that word for transfer.
As it shocked you, that's why it shocked me because
it shocked me too. When I was reading that report, how will you ask a player to set the amount? Okay.
Because according to Fabrizio Romano now, he say the player say they come training. Say no go resume. He don't make an intention no say I no want play for this club. So with what this Sporting CP won't do now, it go be like this Napoli with Osimhen.
And the other guy.
Because they are ready to put him on the bench for that 3 years we remain for his contract. And that one go end the career like that.
Exactly.
Because if he add 3 years to 27 now 30, don't they be that?
Now, so now the player there at his peak, in his peak.
Yeah.
So the player there for him peak now. Now the way there for him peak, sell them cash out. Everybody go in equal form, equal way. How much? Okay. If you say don't be 60 million pounds, tell us the price of the player. I think it's simple.
All right, for those that are watching us, kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and likes button as well. And also want to see your comments. What do you think about this saga that is going on between Gyokeres and his camp? So that brings us to the next news. Mosquera is keen on joining the Premier League side. I made Arsenal interest. So personal terms, they don't agree personal terms in full. So he remains the club to club now. I learned that Arsenal bid 14 million euros
Yeah.
initially for him, which was rejected. So now they are planning to go with another bid for around like 20 million euros. So I believe if they can make that second bid, they are going to get his signature. So how you see this particular day? Because for me, he's a very young player and a player where I see where you go fit cover for, because it's like with the way I'm seeing things, Jacob Kivior might leave Arsenal. Because if you see the way we're slotting for Gabriel, it was seamless last season.
Yeah.
So for them to be going for this guy now, I feel maybe Jacob Kivior is leaving as well.
Okay. I don't think Kiro is going to leave. Like I said, I think my main this thing was that if Kiro is not going to leave, Kiro, you need at least 4 defenders, 2 replacement for your centre backs. Because injury, if you blow all your centre backs, your first centre backs, your first 2 centre backs, injury, if you blow them away, and that's the reason why I said you still keep Kiro in the team, and then what else again? You sign this young lad that is coming in. He's good. I think he's a good defender. He's still learning his trade actually, but you can see the potential. Just like Lena Euro for Manchester United, you can see that potential for the guy. The guy is good on the ball. He has that potential. He can carry. He's a ball carrying defender. And for me, Valencia want 25 million euros. That's what they want for that guy.
And the guy get just 1 year contract left.
He has 1 year contract there, so they want to cash out. At least it's good money, 25 million euros. They want to cash out. So,
but sorry to cut it short. You agree with me now? Say these days football guy has a B. You go to see player where get 1 year contract left. Those days, if they won't sign you get 1 year contract. If it's too much, 10 million. Yeah. But these days, you go ever see player where get 1 year contract, they'll send them 40 million, 45 million.
Yes, because they don't say once that 1 year contract, once you don't enter that 1 year, the Bosman rule will take shape. The Bosman rules is that the rule is that as a player, once you enter the final year of a contract, you're a free agent. So they don't want to allow him to enter that free agent. Best bet is that let's drag the transfer out in the market and let's see who will come in and play. And definitely, if a player has good potential on ground, you will see that clubs will come in to pay for him, and that is what is really going on now between us. Other clubs are interested as well. What will you put out? If Arsenal say they don't want to do that, because Arsenal they are at the forefront, and the player had already negotiate personal terms with Arsenal. And sorry to say that clubs like Newcastle, even Brighton, are in the lookout for that player as well. So potential there for that player. And I think it's right because other clubs are willing to pay. They are willing to pay that 25 million euros for him. That is why I think Valencia are putting that price tag with 1 year left in his contract. So how much he go worth in that 25 million euros? So even we say that 3 years remain for a contract now. 3 times 25 now, how much?
75.
Not be 75 for the look at, but he won't be as cost as if he has 3 years left in his contract. He won't be as cost, and that's because they want to squeeze out Arsenal. They don't say Arsenal get money. They finish second and they finish way higher in the Champions League, as high as semi-final. So they want to squeeze Arsenal and say, okay, bring that money when I get, we can squeeze out from that. That is just the bottom line.
Okay. Today is the 30th of June.
Yeah.
Today is the last day for Thomas Partey for Arsenal.
Yes. Partey Saga.
Tomorrow, by 12 a.m. today, Thomas Partey will be a free agent. And I believe they are going to be announcing first week of July. They are going to be announcing Zubimendi, Nogard, and possibly.
In short, I think the Partey is due to release a statement today. So we're watching out for that statement to analyze the statement going forward. He's willing. I think I saw that news that via Sport Express, that will be releasing a statement today for the club. Whether the statement can say he won't stay or he won't agree with the contract, or we don't know. Or whether the statement means say he bash, they go.
No, according to Fabrizio Romano, he said he took an asset Thomas Partey will leave Arsenal.
Yeah. So
even David Ornstein.
Fingers
So
crossed.
I not believe say that guy go stay Arsenal again. From my own end, I tell you before.
Saudis
I say I believe
coming with big money. I think for him, he needs to make money and move on. That's what he thinks. What he feels. And for the Arsenal fans, the Arsenal think that loyalty, at least he should have given them one more year of his experience. But
the club won't give an about the blind and money issue now.
That's what marriage be. Marriage, that's what it be. When it come, if divorce won't come for marriage, that's what it happen. Oh, they look all those things.
But they see Chelsea all this. As in Chelsea now don't short price.
The reason why Chelsea they are selling and they are buying. It's not that they are.
They never sell. They never sell. If you check they are selling
because they don't say they will sell, because get some players when they signed last season. When they think say, remember say for the. Okay, I think we just have like 2 more minutes because I have school runs to do. So remember, say for you to the PFA for England, that means the profit and financial this rule for England. We say you need, if you get homegrown players, young players, you feel sell. That's why you see last season they were selling, extending players, selling players. So their selling time will reach very soon now. They will buy, they will do selling.
But I don't see the list. Almost 11 players. Yeah, to have a list.
Yeah,
no matter. As a player, just dead there. As a Chelsea,
so I think the selling time will come for Chelsea. Let's leave them. So that's just it. No panic, nothing. They not this spectacular. They watch them for this club. They're not this spectacular like that. So.
And funny enough, the players, Joao Pedro and Manuel Gittins.
Yes.
The 2 signing with again. Those ones now won't go even join them for the competition, Club World Cup.
Exactly. So let's see what will happen.
All right, guys. That brings us to the end of this, to the end of today's show.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and the likes button as well. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you guys. We'll be seeing you guys on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, on Wednesday. Yeah. We'll be back here. Thanks for watching. God bless you all.
God bless you too.